He's an artist who won 47 Dove Awards, more than any other artist in gospel music history, including 2 more this year at the 33rd Annual Dove Awards ceremony. Please put your hands together for the one and only Stephen Curtis Chapman.
Can only see a part of the picture he's painting. God is God and I am man, so I'll never understand it all, for only God is God. And the sky begins to thunder, and I'm filled with awe and wonder, till the only burning question that remains is who am I? Can I form a single mountain, take the stars in hand and count them? Can I even take a breath without God giving it to me? He is first and last, before all that has been, beyond all that will pass. God is God and I am not. I can only see a part of the picture he's painting. God is God and I am man, so I'll never understand it all, for only God is God. Is worthy of worship alone. Oh, God is God and I am not. I can only see a part of the picture he's painting. God is God and I am man, so I'll never understand it all, for only God is God. Only God is God. Well, thank you so much. What a privilege and an honor to be a part of this evening. And I am so grateful to be able to stand before you this evening here on this very, very important day and this anniversary, and say with all confidence that God is God, that God is on his throne, And my wife and I were in Washington, D.C. on September 11th. We were there with our little adopted daughter from China. We have 4 children, 3 biological, and then thought we were done, thought we had eeny, meeny, miny, planned to have no Mo, but God had other plans. And now we have Mo, and we were there for some adoption meetings and actually an awards ceremony that evening, and like the rest of you here, our plans were radically altered that day, and the rest of our lives were. And as we drove away and saw the smoke rising from the Pentagon, and kind of felt in the middle of the scene of what was happening there, probably like many of you in this room, all of you in this room, some of you much more profoundly than I could have ever felt the devastation of that day, but certainly found myself really wrestling with a lot of fears and a lot of doubts and a lot of confusion and a lot of questions. And it took me a couple of days. There was kind of a dark cloud that moved in over my heart, and 3 or 4 days of just really not sure what to do with a lot of that. This thought began to emerge. I actually read a verse in the Bible that says, don't throw away all your confidence. And I realized that I kind of needed to go check file 13, you know, the trash can, because I think my confidence had kind of gotten thrown away a little bit, and I began to forget who truly is in control, who is on the throne. And as I began to remember that, remind myself of that, and my heart of that, I began to realize that, you know, there's still so many unanswered questions. And certainly I would not, as none of us would, stand here tonight before you as those who have all of this answered and figured out. I believe God weeps with those who weep, more profoundly than we can ever know and imagine. He is the comforter. He understands the hurt, the questions that are still unanswered. But I do believe that God is God and we are not, and we only see a little piece of the picture of this grand masterpiece that He's painting with our lives and with all of history. And so I stand before you only in confidence of that, not in my own understanding or full knowledge and understanding of it, but simply that I do with all my heart know and believe that God is God and that He is in control. And I thought that maybe today, as I was driving in, I was thinking about the songs I had chosen to sing, and that was really difficult to select the right songs. I know tonight's a celebration, but it's also a celebration on a very difficult day, so I really wrestled with that. And somewhere in the process, I began to think some thoughts that I had not written down, and I began to write some of these thoughts down as I was watching some of the memorial services on television driving in just this morning. And I ended up writing more and more, and before it was finished, I had written a song. And I'm not sure I've even played this song all the way through yet, because I just finished it about 5 minutes ago before I walked out here. But with your permission, I'd like to share this with... This is a very dangerous thing. I'm considering you family here, so I hope, even though I know I talk a little different than most of you from around these parts, obviously I'm not from Manhattan or this area originally, Kentucky boy, but I consider you to be my family in the Lord, and family tonight in this place. So I want to share this song with you, and in hopes that it'll be a special part of tonight and a special way for us to remember. And that really is, the song's called Remember the Day. Remember the day, the first signs of trouble, the dust and the rubble, unspeakable loss. Remember the day, the courage, the valor that ran to the towers at such a great cost. And remember the day and how we were shaken and our hearts awakened to what matters most. And remember the day. Remember how we've been changed. And remember the day as we carry on. Remember the day, the flags that were waving, our president saying what we needed to hear. And remember the day, the flood of compassion that washed through our nation as the smoke slowly cleared. Remember the day that brought us together and showed us the power that we have when we're one. And remember the day, remember how we've been changed. Remember the day as we carry on. Carry on. Carry on. Remember the day, the scarred and the broken, the words left unspoken, the songs left unsung. And remember to pray for comfort and healing, for wisdom and leading till our journey is done. And remember the day, how we've been shaken, our hearts awaken to what matters most. And remember the day, remember how we've been changed. Remember the day and carry on. God bless you. Thanks so much. Thank you so much. Well, we have time for one more song, and this is crazy, but this is another brand new song that, I did write it before today, actually. I've at least practiced this one once, so hopefully it'll be a little more rehearsed. And this is a really a celebration. This song is a celebration, and I hope it's appropriate tonight on the heels of that. But I really do believe that what we have learned, what I've learned so much, is that it really is all about love. This life, this time that we have here on this earth, is all about knowing the love of God, the one that made us, and then showing that love and sharing it with each other. And I've seen that in an incredible way in the last year in this city. And I thank you for showing the rest of the world what it looks like to really love one another. And so this is a brand new song, actually, that I've recorded, but it's not released yet. But I just wanted to share it with you tonight, and again, kind of as a new gift for you. And I hope you don't mind kind of clapping and you know, maybe even singing along as you figure it out. You might have to even stand up for this one. I don't know. So it's called All About Love. Here we go. Come on, here we go. Clap your hands, help me now. Yeah. We got TVs, tapes, and videos, radios and TV shows, conferences, retreats, and seminars. We got books and magazines to read on everything from A to Z, and a web to surf from anywhere we are. But I hope with all this information buzzing through our brains, that we will not let our hearts forget the most important thing is love, 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 love. It's all about love, 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 love. Everything gets comes down to nothing any higher or less than love. It's all about love. Now they're fighting in the Middle East, and they're fighting down on 7th Street, and there are fights in my own house on given days. It's like something's lurking deep inside that can't seem to be satisfied, but life was not meant to be lived this way. 'Cause it's true for every man and woman, every boy and girl, that I only hope for living here together in this world is love, 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 love. It's all about love, 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 love. Everything you do, nothing is higher on the list than love. This is the reason we were made, to know the love of our Creator and to give the love He's given us away. Yeah, the Maker and the Father and the God of everything. He says, love, love, love. He says, love, love, love. He says, love, love, love. 'Cause after all, it's all about love. God says, love, 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 love. It's all about love, 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 love. Everything you do now, baby, nothing is higher on the list than love. 'Cause after all, it's all about love. That's right. It's all about love, y'all. In New York City, it's all about love, love, love. It's all about love, 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 love. It's all about love, love, love. It's all about love, 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 love. I wanna tell you what it's all about, y'all. About love, 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 love. It's all about love, love, love. Love one another. Love your brother. Love your sister. You know it's all about love, 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 love. Love, love, love. God bless y'all. Thank you so much.